access?
No, unfortunately, I couldn't afford to. I was going to.
Okay.
I was going
Yeah.
to, but my mobile
Um,
phone broke, so I had to buy a new phone. Then
yeah.
then my shoes broke on the day I was going to get my phone, so I had to stop off at a shoe store and buy new shoes. So I was like, so I was £400 lighter, and then on top of that, the following
That
day
was
I
one
had to
long
do.
walk. You
It
lost 40
was,
pounds.
it was,
Holy fuck.
and then after that I had to go and do the food shopping, which then cost me another £100. That was basically £500 out of my wages, which is £750 gone
Yeah.
in one day. I was just like, oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah. Well, you still get early access beta, but you just get it like a week later
Yeah,
if you haven't pre-ordered.
yeah. I'm probably gonna wait. There's gonna be. I mean, like, who was I talking to?
Yeah,
I think
I'm
I was
tempted to
talking.
get it.
I was talking to Alfie last night, and I was like, there's no way. There's no point in me going out of my way to try and be like the first person on the scene to play the game. Like the
No,
amount of
I've got
people already doing it.
quite a few friends who have pre-ordered it.
Yeah. There's the amount of people who are going to be uploading content on it like over this weekend for the.
Yeah, it's not about just that though, is it?
No, I mean if you're gonna stream it, it is a factor to consider. For me.
Yeah, if you're doing it full time, then.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing it more casually, like you are at the moment, then it doesn't really matter when you jump on it, does it?
No, which is why I'm on Diablo 2 a year later. You know.
Yeah.
Let us go to. Let's go to the Black Marsh. We'll run through the Black Marsh. We'll run through the Tomo Highlands. We'll clear the Tomo Highlands, and then we'll run up and. Hello, Cag. Yeah, and then we're gonna run up and kill Andariel again. Kill this dude. But yeah, it's alright. I done southern fried chicken as a snack while I was waiting for my carbonara earlier.
Nice. I had a roast dinner.
Oh, did you?
Yep. Every Wednesday.
Did you have chicken or beef?
Chicken.
I like it.
Gotta keep the protein up.
My minion is slaying. Ooh, topaz. Or gem shrine. We received a flawed gem. Oh, we could do the tower. Flo, you've got Diablo 3, haven't you?
Flows AFK.
Oh,
That's the only one I've played.
you've got Diablo 3, have you?
Yeah, I
That's
haven't
the
got
only
it
one I've played as well.
installed.
You got it installed, did you say?
No, I said I haven't got it installed though.
Ah, okay. What about you, Julian? You got it installed?
No. But I own the game as well.
I'm sensing a plan.
No, not really.
Oh, you don't want to have a go?
Yeah, I never really played it very much. I played it literally for maybe a day or so, and that was it. I just got bored of it really quickly, but I didn't really give it a chance.
Same. Well, no, I played it more than a day. I played it on PS4 with a neighbor. But not really my kind of game.
Not a fan of the old dungeon crawler?
No.
Ooh, chipped skull. Give me that. Give me that.
So I'll get the early access to the new one just to give it a go, and then I'll decide whether to buy it or not.
Because if anyone is planning on playing it, I am planning on playing it as well. Sort of while I wait
new
for
one.
while I wait for
Yeah.
Tarkov to, I don't know, wipe, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really plan on playing that much of EFT in between now and when it wipes. Might play it like on the odd occasion, but I've just completely.
Yeah, you can have the odd casual game, can't you?
Yeah, I've just completely lost interest in it, if I'm perfectly honest.
It's always good to have a break, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I normally do every other wipe anyway. Like this time last
Yeah.
year was when I had my last break. So
Flo said he wouldn't be playing until next wipe, but today he said we need to play Tarkov again.
ah yes, the junkie returneth.
Yes.
I was thinking about playing
I
it
just don't
tonight.
take it serious enough to really get sort of fed up with it.
I think I got a few hundred more hours than you, maybe. Actually, I don't know now. You've probably got on par the amount of hours I've got, so.
I don't know, you played quite a few wipes before me.
Yeah, over 2 accounts as well. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm totaling around 2.5, 2.6 over 2 accounts.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have anywhere near that.
I think that by the time you hit sort of like 2,000 hours in a video game, it's kind of a struggle to
Yeah.
maintain.
You got to think that the first wipe I just I got up to level very quickly, so I didn't have to play that many hours, and then I skipped a wipe as well.
Yeah.
So it's only the last wipe I paid a bit more, and then I've done a bit this wipe as well. So I've not done mega hours.
So I played it almost exclusively during lockdown.
Yeah, that's when I got into it.
Oh, low quality shield that I don't want. But I'm kind of enjoying World of Warcraft at the minute as well. So I'm sort of getting back on the old RPG and RTS train at the minute.
Yeah, if I was to go back to WoW, that would have to be probably my only game that I'd be playing for that period. I think with WoW, when you're playing it, it's all or nothing really.
Yeah.
Well, depends, because the looking for raid thing, and the new raids, like you can clear like a raid in like a couple of hours, and you can do that like once a week, and that's, you're still getting progress. I think we'll just fucking skip to the catacombs. We're not getting any XP here.
So I ended up getting bored. I ended up doing PvP and then boosting people in arenas as well.
I'm curious how many hours I have in Tarkov now.
Probably more than me at this point.
I think so. To be honest, I think I might have almost clicked over into 3K hours.
Yeah, you're gonna be way ahead of me in time played. I like, even this time last year when I was having like a little break, I was still playing more than what I am this time round. I've just not had fun this time. No, like, oh fuck! I've just teleported into a fucking boss. It's okay, I've killed it. teleport is a very dangerous spell and should be used with great care and caution. Don't be like me and just teleport through walls. Fuck's sake. He says teleporting through a fucking wall. Oh god, is that a boss? That is a boss. The boss pack. It's okay, I've got a kick-ass merc. He's doing all the things for me. We'll see how well he holds up against Andariel in a minute. Ooh. And the champion pack's a dark shaman pack.
2,815 hours.
Yeah, so you're about 100 to 200 more than me now. Because I don't know. I'm pretty confident my account that was banned was about 650, 700. But obviously I can't prove that because I can't log into it. But I was on one of the other Discords the other day, and one of the guys got an RMT ban. Well, he suspects it's an RMT ban because he's not hacking, and if you played with him, he's definitely not cheating. That's the polite way of saying he's really shit at the game. He's not shit. He's just not as good as we are, should we say? I wouldn't.
1,200 hours.
Yeah, you're like literally half the amount of time I played.
Yeah, I've probably done half. Well, less than half the amount of wipes. I would have thought.
Yeah. But so we suspect he got done on an RMT ban because he was getting kit drops from other people in the disc.
So who got banned?
He did. He got he got his account banned during. It was like when they announced the RM.
Promoted or banned?
No, he got.
They did announce that that they don't ban people for just bringing in gear for people.
Yeah, but what they announce and what they do is two separate things, as I've come to learn over the years. Like, they've announced that they're doing something about the cheating situation, like 3 years ago, and this time what he done is he just fucking copy and pasted the previous. We're doing something. So.
To be fair, I've still not come across that many cheaters.
No, but I was talking to Flo about this. I suspect it's predominantly down to where we play.
Yeah, because the cheaters have been known to go on Shoreline and Labs.
Yeah, they go to.
And mainly at night.
Yeah, they'll go to areas where there's low traffic and high valued loot. So.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, they'll avoid players unless they have to engage them.
Because they don't want to get reported and their account banned.
Yeah, exactly. And if they've also not got a hack which keeps them alive, then they don't want to risk dying with the stuff. Because all they're doing is going for high value items.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think because we're playing a lot in, like, places like woods, there's not, unless you know where the bitcoins spawn, then you're not...
and it's still not, obviously, it's not 100% anyway, is it?
No, God no. I mean, even last wipe, I think I probably only found 5 or 6 of them throughout the course of the entire wipe. You know, and I checked them on a daily basis.
Yeah, I've probably already found about 4 or 5.
So yeah, I just don't feel like we encounter them as much because we're not playing in the sort of areas where they are.
Yeah.
That's why, from our perspective, the cheating problem doesn't seem so bad. Go chain lightning. Woo. That was a grease lightning.
I am overburdened.
Oh, what do you mean you're overburdened? Daft bitch. Deckard Kane, identify my items, please. Stay a while and listen.
Oh, hi there.
I don't think I need to pick up any more potions for a while. I lost my train of thought. It probably wasn't important. I was also thinking about streaming a bit of Forza Horizons 5, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're playing and show your content.
Yeah, I've got it downloaded and updated. It's just I'm literally just waiting for the will to do it, if I'm perfectly honest. Which will pop out of thin air. Like when you know what I'm like with that game. I treat it like a fucking meme. And like I'll just one day I'll just wake up and be like, oh, I just want to do donuts in the middle of a fucking car park, and that's all I'll do, and I'll be happy doing that, you know. That's how I play the Forza games, which irritates pretty much everyone, but I don't care. I'm teleporting through some walls to try and find the way down. Mana Shrine. You feel recharged. Oh, good for me, eh? Oh. Right, the question is, can I defeat Andariel even easier this time? We defeated her last night. You fucking goddamn it!
Bless you.
My nose is itching. Right. So last night, right, just to give you guys the catch up, I'm playing hardcore Diablo 2. Which means if my character dies, it is auto-deleted. And last night we defeated the Act 1 boss, and we're coming back tonight to see if we can farm it quickly ahead of doing our run on Act 2. I say quickly because we know it's not going to be quick. Because these things seldom are quote-unquote quick. The advantage we have that we don't have from yesterday is that I have teleport. So I can do that. shit. Well, she took an absolute fucking beating. And I stepped into that one. Like a buffoon.
Did you play any more of the Harry Potter game?
I was going to play it tonight actually, but I changed my mind at the last minute. Oh god. I didn't realise there was more enemies up here. I done goofed. I done goofed. Shit, I just fucking teleported through a wall. Oh god, and Dariel, you just teleported towards me. But yeah, okay, I can kill Andariel pretty easily now. That's a thing. Oh shit, we got a rune.
I can't carry anymore.
Bitch, you can carry as much as I fucking tell you to carry. Okay, so we've answered our question. We can now farm Andariel at the start of each play. Nice! Take a large charm. Identify the item, please. And resurrect my dude. Fast hit recovery and enhanced defense. 67 defense. 3 to life. What is it? What else does he get with this one then? I don't know. I don't think this armor's really that much better than what he's currently wearing. It gives him 7% more defense rating, but at the cost of fire and poison resist. He has 1 point more in life at the cost of 1 attacker takes damage of 1. I think I'll just keep that, to be honest. Yeah, we'll keep it. We will sell all the other stuff. We shall sell it to Chassi.
Greetings.
Now we have a little bit of confidence about how good we can skip through some things. Okay. Good-o. Off to Act 2 to begin the grind. To Loot Go Lane. Oh, we got the exit over here today.
Not here. Not here.
What level is my merc? 18. What level am I? 19? Oh, I am 18. Okay, so he's the same level as me now. Excellent. Just follow the merc.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
What are we discussing now?
Nothing in particular. I'm streaming Diablo 2. I was seeing if anyone else wanted to play Diablo, any of the Diablo games. I know you like your dungeon crawlers a little bit, so I'd assume you have it, don't you, Phoenix?
No, I don't have it because I've played a lot of Diablo 2 in, well, when the game was new.
But like 23 years ago. Do you have?
Yes, basically, and I liked it at the time. I hated what I've seen in Diablo 3, never played it, and
Oh,
I'm not very interested in Diablo 4 after I've played Path of Exile a lot. And I'm basically biased to RPGs like that because I am expecting some level of uh, customization and stuff like that.
which you don't really get from the Diablo games.
Yes.
I
Actually, no,
played
you-
3, I
you-
like 3, and I just
Yeah.
like 2.
Well, you do get it in 3 now, I suppose. You do get your. You do. Welcome back, by the way, Flo. You do get your customization in 3. I do
Depends on
kind.
what customization you were talking about.
I think just
Yeah.
customization in general.
I meant when I'm talking about customization, I think about build and skills and interactions within those, and the modification you can do to the skills via skills itself and gear and stuff like that.
Okay, we're not fighting in that room.
Well, I would say no game can.
Yeah, you know, I like Diablo 3. I just don't play it that much. I would play it more because I really want to play it more, but it's just like you know, at the minute I'm playing Diablo 2 and
I've
like-
watched some Diablo, the remastered Diablo 2 or whatever the new version of Diablo 2,
yeah.
and for me, it's dated. Basically, the mechanics that are in the Diablo are for me now dated, and just
I think they are for a lot of people. You know, I think it, like I've said to Flo before, it's a product of its time.
definitely like
And-
I've played a lot of it. It was great. I had so much fun with it.
And I can understand people not wanting to come back to it. Let me put it that way. Like there's a lot wrong with this game. You know, it's by no means. And also, I thought it, like, comparatively next to, say, like Diablo 3, I always felt like Diablo 2 was harder. Like I didn't feel like Diablo 3 was particularly difficult. Which is part of the reason why I carried on playing D2 over D3, but like there are bits of D3 that I still haven't actually like fully experienced, and I kind of feel like I've cheaped out a little bit by not playing it. And I do want to, but I want to see how far I can get with this hardcore run on Diablo 2 first. I think everyone is expecting me, I think, to die here at the end of... Hey Nils, I think everyone's expecting me to die here at the end of Act 2 when you come up against Duriel, because Duriel's a fucking nightmare of a boss, if you ever play...
Yes.
Yeah. Like, just the way he traps you in that small room and then he just fucking mauls
And
you.
he's fast and slows you down and freezes you over, and yeah.
And he hits you super hard, a spectral hit.
Are you playing hardcore or no?
Yeah, I'm playing hardcore. I'm playing
It's
hardcore Yeah, this is gonna. I'm paying a hardcore lightning mage, so I could totally attack the boss for a single point of damage. So we're playing
Well,
hardcore next level.
Lightning Mage against Duriel is not a bad matchup per se. If you would be Frost Mage against Duriel, oh, you will have a bad time.
Oh, definitely.
Like the Lightning Mage, you just cast 3 times Shock Nova and the enemy, or Static Lightning or whatever it is, and the enemy is on like 30% of health, so. Because it just cuts percentage of the HP.
Yeah, it's 25% for static field,
Yeah, and if you do
and
it like
if you
4 times.
get Nova, it just shocks the nearby enemies. Yeah, I think the art style was better as well, Nils. I think you're right there.
Art style of the remastered to normal, or
Just
the art style?
the art style in general for Diablo 2 versus Diablo 3. But I think that's as it's an aesthetic thing, that's really
Yeah,
like, you
it's
know, that can flip
understanding,
either
yeah.
way for any group of people.
Yeah,
100%.
definitely.
You know, like if
For
someone said
for
to me they
me,
preferred 3, I'd be like, I completely understand.
for me, the aesthetics of Diablo 1 was much better than Diablo 2 because it was like more grittier game.
Mm,
Like, but I understand that it's just aesthetics and feels.
yeah.
If someone likes Diablo 3, like graphically better than Diablo 2 or vice versa, you basically cannot say a thing against it. It's just preference.
I do like I think I probably will download Diablo 3. All this talk of Diablo 3 is making me want to play it now. I'll probably download it later on this week. Probably download it over the weekend.
I'm super looking for Path of Exile 2.
When's has that been announced?
A long time ago, actually, this year they should release the beta for it somehow in this year, because I think in one of the summer months is like ExileCon where they will either release the game beta or release another game beta footage. You can definitely play it there. I know that for sure, but I don't know how it will go after that.
We got an immune
That
to
gun
lightning
looks
boss.
absolutely awesome. Yeah, just the look of the gun, the chart gun.
If it performs like it looks,
Oh, we killed everything. Okay.
Is it a good gun or?
that's what I'm here to figure out.
We cleared a dungeon, the Stony Tombs level 2, and we got a whole potion for our efforts. But that's okay. I'm cheesing it a bit. I've got the regenerating aura merc.
Have you been farming the tower in Act 1
No,
for runes?
no, unfortunately I have not. Primarily because this hardcore run this is my 3rd stream of my hardcore run. So I'm only just onto Act 2. I kind of feel like as it's hardcore, I'd rather see progression over cheese. I know it's kind of arguably a necessity, but yeah, I don't really want to be farming the runes too much. I might I might see how far I get into this act before I start struggling, and then if it's looking really like I'm not going to be able to defeat Duriel, then I'll be forced into farming. I'll know sort of like by the time I get to the ancient sands, whether or is it the ancient sands? I forget what it's called. The sands of the Magi, something like that.
Yeah, I know the desert basically.
Yeah, the one with all the tombs in. I'll know by the time I get there whether or not I'm gonna be able to like beat Duriel.
Do you lose your loot now, Flo?
But the gun seems to perform well, at least against that boss.
I don't know, that's the thing. That I don't know if it's my class but or not, so I'm going to switch it and try him again.
I even
Okay.
fucking remember trying to farm that boss.
Well, I think the for a long time this was the one to go to. When normally back then there would be like half of these drops would be legendaries.
Oh, they changed that?
Yes. Like there was a time where on every boss kill you got like 5 to 10 legendaries.
Oh,
And people didn't like that, so they changed it.
yeah, then it devalues the legendaries, I would say.
Exactly.
But you play Path of Exile? Then?
No, you guys persuaded me to get it, and then I waited for it to go on sale, and when it went on
It's
sale,
free. It's
Free.
free.
it's free, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, we told you, I think.
Oh. Yeah, sure. Do you know what? I'll download it. I'll download it in a couple of days. In fact, I'll set it on download after the stream. Because I know I've watched both of you stream it in disc, and I've watched you both play it, and I know that I would enjoy it because I love Diablo 2.
Yeah,
So
it was basically why I started playing Path of Exile. It was because for me it was what Diablo 3 should have been,
yeah,
but wasn't.
yeah. Like Diablo 3 had a lot of problems with it. They did eventually fix them, in my opinion.
My trigger finger hurt.
But
It's not full auto.
No.
it doesn't have the giggle switch. That's no good.
It's Borderlands, because it either has it or it doesn't. My finger hurt.
But then I would suggest in your some free time look up some new player tutorials for the Path of Exile, because if you're going in blindly you will have a bad time.
Does it have a hardcore mode?
Yes.
Yes.
That shall be my teacher.
Again,
You
I
won't have fun, you will
No,
throw
no,
it
I
to the
mean-
corner after.
no, I mean, yes, you definitely can, but at least look at some follow a build. That's what I want to say. Don't try to invent yours, because you will fail. And I don't care how good you are in Diablo 2, you will fail if you try to do your own build. Like, you will fail miserably. And I'm telling you that because I failed miserably multiple times when I tried to do my own build.
I will fail miserably, regardless. So we're just gonna accelerate that.
You can just get a gist what the builds are about.
But you see,
And-
the thing is, right? What you got to remember is, it's all for the memes. We're
Well,
gonna-
then
we're
prepare to replay Act 1 a lot of times.
I will, and I promise I will look up some builds and I'll learn how to play it. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna log in, I'm gonna put it on hardcore mode, and I'm gonna let the game teach me. That's
Okay, so
how I
after
played
about-
Diablo 2, and I
after
got
about
pretty good at it.
25 minutes after you're done your second character,
I remember the first time I played Diablo 2 hardcore. I think I got out of the rogue encampment. I was like, oh, what's this hardcore? It's like, oh, when you die, it deletes your character. I was like, oh, that sounds really like a fun challenge. And it was like my second ever character, like when the game came out back in 2000. And I walked out of the camp and like this fucking quill just went meh and killed me. And I was like,
by the-
oh, okay.
by the way, the hardcore character in Path of Exile, if you die, it doesn't get deleted. It's moved to standard because hardcore is only like league thing, and the standard is where every character lands in. Like it's the thing that doesn't get wiped. It's always the same,
Okay.
basically. And hardcore characters are in league, and if you die in hardcore character in league, it's get moved to standard league.
Okay. So you don't lose your progress.
Not necessarily. You just cannot play anymore in the hardcore league.
I mean, I'm not really
The
interested
character.
in putting my name on a leaderboard, so hardcore kind of seems like it's fairly pointless then.
Yeah, I would suggest to play a normal league. That's basically the de facto way the game is played the most.
We've got some free hard drive space, so we'll put it on.
When the grenades explode,
If I want to look. They explode after I reload or after some time, I think 15 seconds or something. And the more I stick them, the more damage it does.
sounds like a good boss killer.
No, it's going to overkill. And it's a combination of the class mod plus the skin.
Yeah.
Refilling shrine. Ooh, Dry Hills waypoint.
If not like build, I would highly suggest to just look some 20-minute tutorial for new players that explains the mechanics of the game, because they are vastly different than Diablo games. And also there is a real skill tree, not like the dead branch in Diablo 2.
Yeah, the skill tree in Diablo 2 is well, it's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's the thing that PoE is known for.
Yeah. The sheer amount of customization that you can put into build. You basically, two characters can use the same damage skill, but the effect would be vastly different. Like, not even the damage, but how the skill behaves would be vastly different.
So you
Because
said
there are support skills. For example, you have Fireball, yeah? That's a main skill. You can equip it in the... you actually equip skills in the sockets in your equipment. And you equip the Fireball and you have Fireball. And there are support skills that supports the main skill. And they range from effects like you can have multiple Fireballs, or you can have Fireball chains, or you can have a fireball that's slower, or you can have Fireball that does more damage over time. Like vastly different.
It does sound. I'll be honest. It does sound like I would like it, and every time I've seen you guys play it, like I've said before, it does look like a game that I
Not
would.
enough mana.
Oh, fuck off! Not enough mana.
I would say that's one of the games. The more time you pour in it, the more you will like it. Because it really rewards the game knowledge, and like you can basically do a character that just walks around and everything's around explodes, because there is like a self-cast loop that you take damage from your cast, the damage triggers a spell that will cast, that will damage you, that will heal you, that will damage you, that will cast, and it's just
That sounds fun.
you could do builds like this. I've done it, and yeah, it is fun.
Do you have like a class system set up, or is it just?
There are classes in Path of Exile, but the classes determine only where you start in a skill tree and what passives you get after ascending, because each class can ascend to higher class, to three different higher classes that are, for example, there is let's say which which you could say that's pure intelligence build, like spells and stuff like that, and you can uh, you can ascend into three different classes which focus on different things. There is an elementalist that focuses purely on elemental damage. There is necromancer that focuses on summons, and there is occultist that focuses on damage over time. Broadly speaking.
Very broadly.
Very broadly, because you can make a necromancer character that main skill is an elemental, like you are not bound by anything basically. You can even make a barbarian that casts fireballs. It's pure strength build. It will take you just longer and it will be less efficient, but you can do it. It's not like, okay, this is witch and she can use fireball, and this is barbarian and he can't. No, it's not like that.
Okay, well, that does sound like something I'd be more interested in playing. Oh shit! I'm about to die. No, stop! Stop hitting me. I'm not ready to die yet.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Just give
No.
in to it.
I'm not going to give in to it.
Go towards the light.
And by the way, what
Drive
I'm
towards
saying,
the
take
flash.
with a salt of grain of salt, sorry, because even I have 2,000 hours in the game, I still don't consider myself a good Path of Exile player.
I mean, when it comes to length of time played versus game knowledge, a lot of players, and I put myself very heavily in this category, you can play a game for over 1,000 hours, but you can play a game wrong for 1,000 hours. Not to say that there's a right way or a wrong way to play games like this, but
There is
there are
a wrong way to play
but
games.
there are more
If you
efficient
don't have
ways.
if you don't have fun, that's a
Yeah,
wrong game.
yeah, exactly.
Wrong.
Right, okay. But I mean, like, there are more efficient and less efficient ways of playing over
Yes,
like the course
yes.
of 1,000 hours. And this is something that Tarkov taught me, is that like I got 1,000 hours into the game expecting to be good, but I was making a lot of the same mistakes.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I got well beyond that point that I actually started applying the knowledge that I had acquired, and I started to see an improvement. Like, I think for a lot of these sort of games where customization is a thing, like games like Tarkov, you know, people think, you know, it's just a first-person shooter. It's not. There's more to there's more to EFT than just running around shooting stuff. Map knowledge, how you set up your platform, and you know, a bunch of other shit as well, just to name a few. But you know, when it comes to things like Path of Exile, I can imagine it being much the same. Oh god, why did I do that? Oh, I've been cursed. No, I've not been cursed. My minion has been cursed. Good. Curse the minion.
I mean, you can definitely play the game without any knowledge, but expect a lot of deaths, expect slow progression. But that's basically like Tarkov. You could play without looking anything up, but expect to die a lot. And expect to be bad at the game. In conventional meaning.
We got some gloves. Sorry, I'm really excited. I found a set of gloves.
I think we realized that, but I don't know.
Deckard Kane's now about to lecture me on finding the Horoderic cube. It's like, dude, I don't care.
I found
Stay a
some
while and
finding
listen.
those gloves.
Stay a while and listen. What the fuck is...
What I have in vivid memory from Diablo 2 is the cutscene when you when the character releases the Diablo and Tyrell grabs him. You foolish mortal! Do you know what you just did? That's so awesome.
I just like the way... I just like the way he stands there and like asks that question. It's like, look, if he knew what he just did,
Not here.
he would have fucking done it, you prat. Redundant statement.
Not here.
There's so many things I do love about this game, and you know, I'll get round to getting PoE definitely. You guys have talked me into it, and I did say I was going to get it a while ago, and then I never did. And I think I was so ill over the first part of this year that I wasn't really worried too much about anything other than just simply getting well again.
Surviving.
Yeah, well, at one point that did kind of feel like that was the case, if I'm perfectly honest. I felt really fucking rough. Real bad.
Glad you're better.
I am so much better right now. I can breathe. I actually had my
always
first I had my first alcoholic drink since January this afternoon. That's how much better I'm feeling. I was like, fucking hell. I must have been sick. Stood in the kitchen and just absolutely bombed a cider like it was going out of business. 10% faster cast rate. And transmute, what did we get? Oh, we got an amulet of dexterity.
Not here.
Shit. In other words, we got shit. Just...
We've got 100 and we've got 5,000 gold at best.
Well, I mean, it's a hardcore account, so gold's kind of like... do I really need it? Like, the only time I need it is when I'm upgrading my gear with like,
Gambling.
act-specific things. So, like, when you go into a new act and you're like, I should probably get, like, the bottom range armor. That's, like, the only time I'm really using it. That and when I need to resurrect my my minion.
Yeah.
So
What minion are you using?
I am using an Act 2 Merc, and he's got the life replenishment aura.
Yeah.
So I'm using the cheese one because
The standard one for hardcore.
yeah, because when you're in hardcore,
That's fair.
having the ability to like regenerate your health is, you know, like, okay, I could get the one with the defense aura or the frost aura, but it's kind of like,
Also, the replenish guy can tank sufficiently well.
if you get enough runes, then yeah, definitely. You can stick some rune words on him. Which reminds me, I've been meaning to look up because apparently I think they added some rune words for this version of the game. from what I remember. So there's stuff in there that I'm not entirely familiar with. So that's stuff we will be going through if my character survives and we get to Duriel. Regardless, Path of Exile is probably going to get started. How big is the game?
I actually haven't installed it after I've re-downloaded, after I've reinstalled my PC yet, so I don't know. It's about 10 to 20 gigs, I think.
Oh well, I'll probably download it tonight if I finish my stream early. We'll see how we're feeling. We'll see how we're feeling. We'll get through. Oh no, we're up against the swarms now. I'm just letting my merc do all the work here. Let's pull him out of that fight. Ah, stone skin and regeneration by the looks of it. It's okay, the merc dealt the ooh, tier room! Yes, please. Ow. Oh, an eld rune, what the fuck? We're gaining. Cracked short spear. No, thank you. Do you remember, Phoenix, the werebear build?
Oh yes.
I'd completely forgotten about the werebear build until I watched a random video that, because obviously I was streaming Diablo 2. The YouTube algorithm noticed that it was on my timeline and went, "Hey, maybe you'd like to watch some Diablo 2 Resurrection videos." And I was like, "Ah, do you know what? Fuck it, why not?" You never know when you might learn something or remember something after 2 decades of playing this game. And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I really like my werebear build," and I was like, "Holy fuck, I forgot that was a thing. Why did I not do that for my fucking hardcore character?"
I've had a werewolf build, which basically focused on converting almost all of the damage into lifesteal. So basically, with each hit, I replenished the whole life I had. I did very little damage, but I was unkillable. I've on the hardest difficulty, I stood in the through the red lighting of Diablo without even like flinching.
That's pretty beastie, because he can be really a real mean son of a bitch to take on.
I was killing him for half hour, but his health pool got dwindled down. Mine didn't.
I mean, like, I know Bale is in Act 5 and he's technically like the Lord of Destruction for the expansion and everything, but I would always say that Diablo is definitely the harder one of the two. Like, Diablo just had all of those fire AoE attacks. He was just an absolute bitch to fight.
Yeah.
I've just noticed I'm missing something from this dungeon. Oh, I can't be having it. I've got to go get it. Must be this way. Also, I saw a guy play Diablo 2 full pacifist build, and he done a speed run of the game.
Like he didn't kill anything.
No, he didn't. He didn't have a minion, so that the rules of the pacifist build were you're not allowed a minion, you're not allowed offensive spells, or you're not allowed to swing your weapon. So,
Oh,
and he
so-
managed to defeat Diablo and Bale and got all the way to hell difficulty and completed the game.
Holy shit.
Took him a total of 36 hours, I think it said on his stream. Like he actually entered it as a speed run because he done it in one sitting.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. What he did was he cheesed the cracked skulls and the chipped skulls for Thorn's damage on a shield, and he just and he cheesed a few rune words, and he got some pieces of body armor that were like chance on hit to cast like Nova or Frostbolt.
Yeah.
So all you'd have to do is stand in the middle of a bunch of enemies long enough, and they would eventually kill themselves either by triggering the spell on the body armor or from thorns.
Yeah, by the way, those kind of builds are also possible in Path of Exile. You're shooting suns.
Depends.
Do 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 do.
Read the name.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
What was the name?
What does this gun look like now? Ignore the alien thing.
I don't know.
Shit. It looks like shit.
Oh,
You expecting like
Yeah,
something meaningful? He's just like, nah, it just looks like dump, bruh.
you can make all of your guns look like shit. In the sense of it's shit.
Like
food
literal.
waste.
It's human waste or animal waste or whoever waste it should be or you want it to be. It's waste.
Oh, fuck's sake. Phoenix,
Mm-hmm.
the maggot layer.
You died?
No, I'm not dead. I'm about to go into the maggot lair.
Ah.
Yep. That's the sound of someone who knows my fucking pain.
The most deaths I had on Diablo 2 was definitely against those things that you hit and they release thunder around them.
Yeah, and they're all down the tunnels of the maggot lair.
Mm-hmm. And the
And the-
tunnels are actually very good for them because they just you cannot dodge it.
And then the other enemies have fucking poison.
I would say your gun looks cooler than what it does.
It's not hitting yet.
I am getting quite a lot
Here,
of experience.
It waits for just one or two hits.
Oh.
So we're at the maximum amount of strength we require for Act 2. We're at 50 strength, so we can now start pouring points into other stuff.
Like vitality.
Yeah. It's predominantly vitality and mana. Oh god. Another point into lightning. I'm not actually doing any damage. What I'm doing is I'm just letting my merc do all of the work. I'm giving him as much body armor and as much equipment as I can give him to make him as tanky as possible, so I don't have to do anything. I know it sounds really lame, and it is really lame, but this is hardcore. You know, if I run into a room and there's a champion pack in there, I want to be able to fucking live. I don't know why I've got that spear.
You just sacrifice your companion.
Yeah, pretty much.
By the way,
Right?
there are
You can deal with
also
that.
as you could expect, also builds like that in Path of Exile that literally says you cannot do damage to enemies. Only your minions can do damage. But it buffs them, obviously.
You get mercenaries in that game as well.
No.
Okay.
Summons.
But you can get summons, zombies, skeletons, specters, which are basically reanimated enemies. Golems,
If you think of a build,
snakes,
if you think
spiders.
shut the fuck up. If you think of a build for any game, there's a high chance PoE has it too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm off.
Likely even better. Okay, see
Alright,
ya.
bye-bye.
Alright, see you later,
See
mate.
you later.
Very nice one. I would say every piece of build you done in Diablo 2 you can do in Path of Exile. I would say there are no exceptions.
You guys are fucking helping.
It looks like we've just found ourselves a nice replacement for our minion. He's got a pain flange ring mail on at the minute, which gives him 23% enhanced defense, 3 to life, 9 to poison resist, 5 to poison resist, 9 to fire resist, and attacker takes damage of 1. We're going to replace it with a fast hit recovery with 17 enhanced defense, 5 to life, 4 to mana, poison length reduction of 25%, and 2 to light radius. And I will take my gemmed ring mail off and use his instead. That is acceptable.
It is an honor to serve you.
Close revive station. Then again, it's just jumping down around there. All the farming that I've done now made you interested in farming as well, Julian.
No, I'm. Oh, hang on. Don't march. What the fuck? You will first avoid and store shield.
Ooh. Oh god. 2 days fucking hard work in the gym. My fucking body just it's pinching.
What did you say? Did you just take a shit?
No,
Did you
no.
just did you just reduce my skin?
Just doing missions, not farming.
Oh, Flo, you're a horror fan, aren't you?
More or less, yeah. Which I need to fucking watch again.
I went to see Scream 6 on Monday.
Fuck.
Hmm?
Have you seen the previous 5?
Long time ago.
Because the 5th one came
1 to
out.
3.
The 5th one came out last year.
Yeah, no, haven't seen.
Okay, then 6 will make like no sense to you.
I can look if I can watch all 6 on Netflix, but I still have such a long list of horror movies I want to watch.
I'm also watching the. I'm halfway through it at the minute. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre requel.
I'm honest, I'm not interested in
Slasher
those
movies.
ones. No, that one in particular. I heard they're very bloody.
Why am I getting booped around? What the fuck?
Fuck you, that's one.
Well, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre requel, which was made a couple of years ago,
What the fuck?
not as bloody as the original.
Okay.
It's, don't get me wrong, still pretty bloody. Not a pinch compared to the original though. Like the original, the original, if you ever watched it, was like some next level bullshit from the 70s.
No, I have not watched it because, like I said, I hate horror movies like that.
Oh god. Oh
Slasher
god,
movies.
Oh god.
No, not slasher movies. Movies that are just
Gore.
bloody for no fucking just gore. That's why I haven't seen any of the Saw movies either. I just like that kind of horror movie.
There is
I want.
there is
I
a
want
bit
to
of
be
gore
scared,
in.
not fucking barf.
Yeah, there is a bit of gore in Scream 6, but I think like when you enter the realm of horror, that's kind of an inevitability that you're gonna have to at some point deal with.
Yeah,
Not always, but for the most part, a lot of the horror films out there will have at least one gore scene in them. I think that's kind of. I think it might be a law or some shit.
But there are some very nice movies that have very little gore or even very little jump scares, but are still very effective horror movies.
yes.
Oh, one of the better ones I've seen is Get Out.
Oh yeah, Get Out is very good.
Get Out.
Yes.
Yes. If you're a fan of horror films and you haven't seen it, you've done a boo-boo, and you should
When was it made?
fix that. 6 years ago?
Not that recent.
I'll see if
By
it's on.
the-
I'll see if it's on Netflix or Prime at a later date, and I'll give it a watch.
Also, one that has some blood in it, but not the main focus of it, is Hereditary.
Oh yeah, seen that too. If you haven't seen that one, Sean, why did I want to say Sean? Then you need to
Because you're
change that as
watching
well.
me play Destiny and you associate Destiny with Thrawn.
Basically, yes. But what I wanted to get to, if you haven't seen Hereditary, give it a watch.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a go. I've got about 3 horror films downloaded to my phone at the minute. I've just not had a chance to fully watch them.
I actually also very like the first from the series, from the real, like, no ghost hunters, the demon hunters, whatever it's called.
I know which one you're talking about.
The Annabelle is after it. It's there the
Hereditary?
no, it's not Hereditary. It's
I know exactly which ones you're talking about. They're based on the real people and are fucking
Yeah.
stupid idiots.
With the one with the paranormal activity.
No.
no.
Also,
It's
I
about-
watched that recently. That was garbage. Don't waste your time.
Conjuring.
The Conjuring.
Yeah. Conjuring.
Yeah, I do want to watch that one. I do want to watch The Conjuring. I was talking about that yesterday actually. How I
Honest,
do want to watch it.
The first one was very good, I think.
I'm honest, I need to go through the fucking list of them, all of them.
I like horrors. Sadly, my wife doesn't take them very well, so I'm
Time to
usually
get a new wife.
I'm usually stuck to watch them alone.
Reason filing for divorce, doesn't like horror. No, I'm really lucky because my wife hates horror films, but she will watch the Scream films because they're murder mystery movies as well as horror films. So she will watch.
Well, if you want the horror, if you want murder mysteries, then go for the northern cinematics like the Finland or Swedish movies. They are fucking hard and heavy. Like, it's not like monsters, but it's like the people stories.
Psychological horror.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah,
they're good.
we're all familiar with the girl with the dragon tattoo.
That's not
No.
what I meant.
I know
but
that's not what you meant, but that sort of fits the same sort of category. I mean,
Yeah.
they're pretty fucked. They're pretty fucked books, and the movies when they made the not the Daniel Craig cheap remakes. I'm on about the actual Scandi flicks. They're really they're fucked up films. We've got them, and even I watched them and I was like, I don't think I ever want to watch this again. Like, it's a
One and
good, it's a,
done, let's burn it.
yeah, I was like, this is a good film, we need to keep this, but I'm never watching this again.
I'm trying to remember a certain movie, two certain movies names that are very good that are not from America.
Describe.
One is about a group going to a tunnel. There are two movies of it. The first one is very good. The second one is meh. And the other one is about a TV crew that.
Wreck?
Wreck?
Yeah, Wreck. Yeah, Wreck. That's
Oh
the one.
Jesus
the-
fucking!
that's-
Ooh,
That's the one
those
I
are
watched when
chilling.
I think 9 years old.
They are chilling.
And
They're
Aw.
that
very
one
well
was the one
done.
that killed horror films for me in general.
I feel like
It
I've missed
shouldn't,
out.
because that's fucking very gruesome.
But I would say the good horror film is when you need to go into toilet after you first need to turn on every light there is.
For me, a good horror movie is like you really need to go for a piss at the end of it. Like all you can think of is I need to get to the bathroom to go for a piss. Like, you know,
Not because you're just so screwed to the screen.
you're
Glued, not screwed.
you're absolutely glued to the screen is part of it. You the other part of it is that at some point it's actually made you scared enough to think of weeing a little. And I know we're all grown men here, but I all know for a fact that there's at least one moment in a movie where you've all gone, "Ooh, fuck," and it's made you jump just a wee bit, and you thought to yourself afterwards, "Ah, kind of need to pause this to go for a piss."
I need to look up what the other one is. It's still highly recommend that bit if you like horror movies. At least if you want to know more about the background of them.
I just gotta wait for the curse to wander off of my my lovely little merc. He's been cursed with amplify damage, bless him. He's taken all the lightning damage.
That guy is fucking immune. Why the fuck is he immune?
Oh no! Minion. Minion do attack. This is like almost a pacifist run at this stage, where we're just getting the minion to do all the fucking work. I'm not even doing anything at this point. I'm just running around the tunnel, just letting my. My merc
Actually,
did
very
everything.
very good horror movie is Split,
I've never seen that. I've
Oh,
never even
yeah.
heard of it.
and because the James
It's
McAvoy
of a, yeah, it's
plays
of a
a character.
trilogy.
Yeah, I haven't seen the film before and after, so I'm speaking of it
Neither.
just a movie about itself. But James McAvoy plays a character that has 16 personalities, and by his acting, you can actually see what personality it is.
Yeah.
It's oh fucking good acting.
Yeah, no, I have heard of that, and I was gonna watch it, and then I watched the trailer for it, and I just wasn't interested. I kind of felt like,
Change that. It's a good one.
Yeah,
yeah, I kind of feel
it's-
like, it's one of those films that you watch the trailer, you feel disappointed in the trailer, but then it is gonna get better.
The trailer did probably very much injustice to what actually was going on.
Because
I
like,
think
That's why
I-
I never watch any trailers of anything.
I've actually I wanted to say I actually never seen a trailer for a horror movie. I think because it there is a danger that it will just spoil the movie.
Either spoil or just completely wrong impression.
yeah,
Also, a good movie is Sinister. I've enjoyed it.
We need a fucking new fucking room for horror movies now. Then again, we have a recommendation, so
Yep.
post everything in there. Ooh, have you seen Us?
Not yet.
my big go-to is classic horror. If I'm perfectly honest, I like the older the horror movie, the more iconic, the
Like
more
The Alien.
Alien. Yeah, no, Alien is one of the best horror movies I think they ever made. I actually got to see it on the 40th anniversary of its release at a local cinema. They done a theatrical re-release for its 40th anniversary, and my wife got me tickets. And it was one of the best movie experiences I've ever seen in my life. It's the only time I've ever put any stock in jump scare as Alien because it was so effective. And I must have seen that movie hundreds of times. And sitting in the cinema on the big screen and having the fucking alien come out of that tunnel and screech, it did make me jump. And it's so stupid because I knew it was coming. And I sat there and I laughed. You know, I thought it was fucking hilarious. And there was this, I'll never forget it. There was this young girl sitting in the seat next to me. She must have been about 19, and she was there with her friend. Now, a couple of streets away from where we were watching this at the cinema, there's like 3 or 4 cinemas in Norwich, but a couple of streets away, there is a University of the Arts. So we've got 3 universities in Norwich. We've got the University of East Anglia, we've got the University Hospital, and we've got the University of the Arts. And the arts obviously do film studies, blah blah blah. And she was like, "Oh, I've heard of this film. My dad has watched it." And I was like, "Oh god, now I just feel old." And then she and then she was like, "Apparently it's a really good film. I've never seen it before." And I sat there and I was like, I almost turned around and went, "You've come to a cinema and you're telling me you've never seen Alien?" I'm like, there's only really one sort of person that goes to watch Alien 40 years after its release at the cinema, and that's a horror fan, you know? As someone who's seen the film and has understood that sci-fi horror is an underrated subgenre of horror.
By the way, if you like Alien, I would say you would love a movie that's named Life.
That is on my watch list. It is one of the movies. It's on Netflix at the minute.
It's it definitely gets
Jake
some
Gyllenhaal, isn't it?
inspiration from Alien, but it's the sheer horror of isolation with something that you don't know what it is just, yeah, it's really good.
Did you
I would
ever
say quote unquote alien movie,
watch The Thing?
of course. Like,
That was a good
yes,
sci-fi horror film.
it's, I would say that's a staple.
I mean, if
It's awesome. It's a really great cinematography and everything like that.
what was
Very
the
also very intelligent movie actually.
what was the horror movie, the sci-fi horror movie that was set at the bottom of the ocean?
Ooh, I know which one you're talking about.
They have that big
Underwater?
they have that big old machine
Yeah.
that rolls up to that cliff edge.
Even Horizon? No.
No, that's the
No.
one on the ship with Neil fucking from Jurassic Park and
Neil from Jurassic Park.
and the guy who played Morpheus. Oh, names escape me at the moment. Names escape me, but yeah, those guys.
Do you mean the one with Kristen Stewart?
That would be
Yeah,
Underwater.
the under, because that movie's just called Underwater.
No.
Then I don't know.
I'll
Neither.
hang on. Let me just fight this boss. I say I'm not fight. I'm actually not fighting this boss. My minion.
By the way,
my minion's doing
uh,
it. I'm just keeping my minion alive.
just a quick detour. Have you seen? It's not a horror. It's, I think, Japanese or Korean movie about Japanese. It's Japanese about Undertaker. Like it's called, I think, The Guide or something like that. And it's about a guy who worked in a city, office job, blah blah blah. He didn't like it, and he moved to a village, and he needed a job, and he found a job at the graveyard. No, the guy that prepares dead bodies for the ceremony
The
of
morgue.
burial. Yeah, basically. And in Japanese, working with dead bodies is really bad omen for them, so no one wants to do it. And it was like, yeah, these things. Now I'm spitballing. Yeah, how much you need, or how much does it pay? And I'm just figuring a number. It's like $1,000. $1,000 for a month? No, for a day. And it's like highly paid job, but it's a really mm, I'm looking for the word. It's very sensitive about how it goes for the death, basically.
Okay.
How and f- it's like journey for the main protagonist that he learns how to be, let's say, humble for the dead one, and it's really beautiful film. I will try to find it because I don't.
And the movie I was talking about with the underground is called The Descent.
Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen
called.
that one.
It's called Departures. The movie is called Departures. What I'm talking about. And it's, yeah, like,
Hang on, isn't the Descent the one with the crocodile at the bottom of the cave?
No,
Which one's that one?
it has some blind creatures in there.
Oh, yeah, it's that one. Okay. Because there was like a little phase of cave underground horror movies, sort of like in the early noughties, weren't there? Where you had like that one with the crocodile, you had that one with the bats, you had that one like with the eyeless creatures. Oh, there was another one. It all came off the back of Pitch Black. I kind of felt.
In the meantime, I will leave you guys here, and I will see you tomorrow.
I
Have a
will
nice
see you
one.
later.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
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 Let me just let me get out of this dungeon. I think I've cleared it. Right, okay, cool. I've cleared the dungeon. Excellent. We shall head back to town. We shall take the map off because we don't need the map on while we're in town. The Staff of Kings.
You astound me, my friend. You have discovered the shaft portion of a Herodric staff.
Oh, Phoenix.
I trust you know how
Have
to
you
use the
seen
Herodric
Midsummer?
to unite the shaft with its headpiece.
I haven't, but I've seen the reviews of it, and I think it might be very interesting.
It's very good, and it's from the same maker than Hereditary.
Yeah.
I think I just showed you the movie, didn't I?
No, 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 no.
Oh. If I'm honest, I think I will fuck off. Could you give me a horror movie to watch right now? All the talk of horror movies made me want to watch one.
Hang on. I'm now looking up the movie. I was.
Have you seen Life? Flo?
None. No.
Yeah.
It's okay. We
Go watch
understood.
it. Go watch it. Do you like
Coordinate work
horrors
across
like
teams
Alien?
With Asana.
I haven't seen.
Try it for
Okay, go watch
Alien.
go watch the Life.
Is it with Ryan Reynolds?
Yes. No, Ryan Reynolds. No, the other guy.
Who's the other guy?
Uh,
Jake Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
They're
Oh,
both in
it's
it.
actually Ryan Reynolds. It is.
They're both in it.
Is it? Or...
Yes. Jake
wait.
Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson, Ryan Reynolds. I'm currently looking at it on Netflix.
Yes, it is.
The Abyss.
Yes, it is it. Yes.
The Abyss. That's the movie I was trying to find earlier. The Abyss. I feel much better for that now.
Or actually,
I don't think you mean the television series, do you? Called the same thing.
Is there a television series called that?
Yes, I'm currently on Netflix, and it's a Korean one.
Oh no, oh yes, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I saw that. That was actually pretty good. But no, that's not what I'm talking about. The Abyss was a sci-fi action adventure film from 1989, but it had like horror elements in it. Let me see if I
no,
can. It's James Cameron.
They now add that TV series.
Let
to my
me
list.
let me just dig it up, see if I can find the Abyss.
also have you seen Arrivals or Arrival? I'm not sure how it's.
I don't
Yeah,
think that's
Arrival.
don't think that's a horror movie.
It's not exactly horror movie, but it has like horrorish elements in it. It's not like gore or stuff. It's mainly thinking about stuff like. It's a good movie, I would say. Not per se, but yeah, it's definitely not a horror, like horror.
What yes,
Horror.
seen?
I liked it.
No, me too. Quite good.
That's the trailer, so you can try before you buy.
I wouldn't buy.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, that's a pretty. It's not like a really scary film, but it's like it goes back to like the whole unknown isolation psychological horror thing that, I mean, it doesn't, it annoys me because this film doesn't get labeled as a sci-fi horror because it's not, and I mean, it's technically not a horror, but
Which one?
The Abyss.
The Abyss.
But it's really close. Like, you know, like if they just put like one or two more things in it, it would be a horror. Like it doesn't have any gore in it. You know, it's got the guy in it who, I mean, James Cameron. He reuses a lot of his cast from the Alien films and his other movies of the same era. You know, sort of like the 80s all the way through. I mean, the trailer does spoil a little bit of the plot, but it was made sort of like between, you know, it's sort of made sort of on the back of Alien and The Thing, you know. So if you've seen the Alien, you've seen The Thing. The Abyss is that sort of isolated team, unknown entity. But it's the difference is it's not set in space, it's not set in the North Pole, it's set under the ocean floor in Earth. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I would recommend it.
Okay. And I would recommend to you My One Underwater. That's actually very good as well.
I
The what one?
will give that a
Yes.
look.
The what?
Underwater.
Oh, underwater. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm carrying around that scepter. I don't need it.
But I'll be leaving now, like I said. But I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I will see you later.
Have the next one.
Bye.
Bye bye. We are. Ooh, we're only 20,000 XP off level. We're 3 bars off ding. Did I
But-
play XCOM? Yes, I did, Nils. I played a lot of XCOM. I got all the way to the final boss, and I got the glitch, which meant you couldn't complete the game. I uninstalled it and never went back.
But I will also leave. But I will say, watch the Departures. It's, I would say, very somber movie and very, very, very.
If
Well done.
if I see that pop up, I will give it a good look. But I'm now curious about Life. I think I'll finish off watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre requel, and then I think I'll download Life because that's on Netflix at the moment. So that'll be on my list of things to watch. So thanks for that recommendation.
I'm glad to help.
It will. And I'll see you soon then.
Yep. Have a nice one and don't die to the rail.
Yeah, I won't get that far tonight. See you later.
You too.
Yes, XCOM was a particular bugbear of mine. I enjoyed the game immensely. I got quite good at it, and then the game decides it's going to be quite good at playing me. Where you get the glitch where it doesn't matter if you kill the final boss, it doesn't actually trigger the final cutscene. If you get that glitch and you save the game, you fuck your file. And I killed the boss. Couldn't understand why nothing was happening. Save and exited the game. Reloaded the game. Loaded into the glitch. Put it into Google, found out I'd fucked my file, and then just uninstalled the game. So I've never actually completed the game. I think I've got it on Steam. I'm pretty sure I've got it on Steam. I'm almost 100% confident it's a Steam game. Let me have a look. Oh, did I close Steam? I don't remember closing Steam. Apparently I closed Steam. Right. Where should we go? We may as well get our level. To the far oasis. Ooh! Nothing of consequence. What a shame. We'll take that. There's a gem shrine. A flawed amethyst. Look at me. What's Nils playing tonight anyway? Yeah, I bet I thought you'd never see me cast this evening. The mood tickled me. It's getting late. That must be the way out then. Well, typical. Ask Drognan about the strange darkness. Obviously you won. They're normally worth a bit of money once they're identified. Go minion, go minion, go. We're not going up there yet. Go on, minion. Get stuck in, mate. The ancient tunnels. Is that the dungeon in this area? I forget. Not today. There we go. We've leveled up, but we still haven't found the. We still haven't found the portal for the area. I have to go look for it, I think. We need to up the distance on that quite desperately. Now we're just skipping through the area so we can find the portal. Not actually going to fight anything, we're going to call it there. But we're not going to do it until we've found our lost city portal, which is around here somewhere. We know you're around here somewhere. Do, do, Do 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 do. Found it. Let's go back and kill that boss. Oh, that was worth. Get a rune out of it. Oh, it was a champion pack. Apparently didn't want to fight. Hang on, that sounded like a rune that was hitting the deck. No? That's for making me come back. Back to Loot Go Lane.
How may I help you?
Good morning.
Two sockets in the helm. I don't know what I've got. Let's have a look. Enhanced damage, 2 to make and cold resist. To be honest, nothing that really warrants it unless I can make a rune word. Which I don't think I can. It's okay, ain't it? Getting a nice attack rating gem there. Right, that's going to be us. I think it's going to be us done for the evening. It's getting late. Tomorrow's another day. It's going to be another long day as well. So thank you all for sitting. We shall see you all tomorrow.